Back. All right, I gotta go delete that video, and then I'm gonna delete that one Facebook vid, and then start doing sharing again. Share, share, share. That's what we all can do.
So what do I have to do?
Share the new one. I'm gonna make sure the old one is deleted. That was sad.
We are live.
Share this again because our stream dropped. To watch the after show. Hello, everyone. I'm sorry that the stream dropped. Charter likes to die.
Do you share your group?
Not what I can.
Okay.
Share a group. Get your awesome faces tuned into the show.
945 shares. Yeah, we're good.
We're good. Charter sometimes dies on my end.
Spectrum?
Spectrum.
Maybe
yeah.
just call it by the right name.
Not. Yeah.
And when
They
it
just
drop.
they just feel slighted every time. So let everyone get back in here, even though we had 437,000 people watching to
there's
begin with.
8 million people sharing it.
Oh, man. I want my magnifier back. Mark. Go type in MAGA. Well, not really.
Oh.
Can you type in MAG for me? MAG, and it'll bring it up.
I'm just your little
Isaac,
keyboard bitch.
good evening.
MAG.
Thank you. We're back. Yay. Good evening, gentlemen. Gentlemen. Loving the Pokemon and Mario themed setup. Now let's rock the stream like always.
I love the energy, Isaac. Appreciate that.
I've been looking for an alternative to Spectrum. Anything around? Yeah, there's Charter. No, I'm just kidding. There's nothing else. They're the best. What up? The dude abides. How's it going, man? All right, everyone's getting back in here. Our stream dropped, and it was sad, and now we're back. And hopefully shouldn't be dropping any frames. Yeah, I'm liking that number right there. That's some solid streaming numbers.
Much better.
Much, much better.
All right. Ready to rock, ready to roll.
Ready to
Just getting
rock.
this some bitch.
Ready to roll. You want me to do the intro?
Yeah, the Ascent. Dude. The dude abides. We are going to be talking about that.
Dude. That game's so good. Can't wait to talk about it. All right. You want me to do? Then?
Go right ahead, Sa.
All right. Let's do this.
We
3,
do it this week.
2, 1. Welcome, everybody, to Season 6, Episode 7 of the Matty Ice and Marky Mark podcast. As always, joining me alongside me, is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Marky Mark. How you doing this week, Mark?
Hello, Matthew Ice. How are you today?
I am doing great. Rick Henyon, is this live as fuck? You know this is live as fuck, Rick. Is that Mr. Perfect?
That's Mr. Perfect, the
Mr.
one and only.
Mr. Perfect joining us this week, as well as the thousands of others watching this stream live. For anyone that's listening to this audio, every Monday, live at 10, we do a show. And then after the show, we do the after show.
If you guys are new to the show, Matt manages a video game store. I manage a different video game store. So we talk about our store stories and also talk about video games in general. Also, a lot of other things on the show. So stay tuned. This one's going to be really special. We have a great debate segment that we would like all of you to chime in with. So stay tuned later on in the show for that.
And thank you to our returning viewers. We've been seeing the numbers just go up and up and up since we've been doing this show every Monday, and it's friggin' awesome. And I just look forward to Monday nights just to talk with all of you.
We have the best numbers.
Yeah, and anyone that can stay around after the show will be playing some NFL Blitz again. And I'm getting stuff set up for us to do more consoles next time, but this week it's going to be 64 again.
Yes, he gets to get his ass kicked for 3 weeks in a row, so stay tuned afterwards for that.
And anyone in the chat, don't worry, we will catch up on chat after each segment. So If we don't catch it right away, don't worry, we'll catch it later. All right, you ready to get into it? What have you been playing this week, Mark?
I have been playing this week, Mark, Warhammer Vermintide 2. It's on Game Pass. It's been there for a while. And I tell you what, I've been kind of getting into Warhammer more and more. And with how awful Dungeons & Dragons Dark Alliance was, that game was just trash, absolute trash. Playing this game now seems absolutely amazing. This game seems like a fucking crown jewel now. Yeah,
so you started with the worst, and now you're playing...
I mean, I played this one before, and I was like, it's okay. And then I played the Dark Alliance game, and it was just horrible. And now I play this, I'm like, this game kicks ass.
Good deal. So what, is it just that same style, like that Baldur's Gate style?
So yeah, you pick a guy, you can play online with people, and then you can team up with your friends. You just play like a mission. You beat all the guys up, do it kind of like that Destiny style where it's like a strike or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. And then once you do that, you come back and you get chests, and you open the chests and you get new equipment, and it's just one of those games. I was in a mood to play something where I could just smash a bunch of things in the face and frickin' just slice and dice and go, and it was the perfect game for me.
Good deal.
Yeah. It's really fun. It's free on Game Pass. Well, I guess not free, but it's on Game Pass. And I would check it out. If anyone out there played the Dark Alliance game and it was just very sad, give this one a shot if you haven't played it yet. There's the Skaven, which are a bunch of, like, a ton of, like, rat people, and I hate rats in real life. So, like, I'm taking, like, a giant hammer and just smash. It fucking feels nice, dude.
Just like that D&D
Sorry,
quest. You know what? They don't mind rats either.
Well, they don't mind Skaven, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of Game Pass, there's another game that just came out on there that I did not even know about until you guys were talking about it. So The Ascent. Jason actually recommended this one for me, and then Dylan was talking about it as well. It's basically a Diablo, like a cyberpunk Diablo, I guess you could say. It's got single player, couch co-op, online co-op up to 4 players. And it literally is Diablo with guns.
It's Diablo Cyberpunk.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's freaking sweet so far. The first area starts out a little. You're in like the lower part of. You're on this weird, like, I don't even know if it's Earth. I should probably get my backstory right. I don't think it is, but it's just this crazy cyberpunk world where skyscrapers are like miles and miles high and crap like that. It's really weird. So the first area you're in, the tutorial zone, is a little claustrophobic, and I wasn't super into it.
Right.
But
that's the only thing I played was the first area.
Yeah. So of course any tutorial isn't. You can't read a book by its cover. You can't judge a game by its tutorial.
That's right.
So we got out of that area, and you start fighting in the city, getting better weapons and stuff like that, and I just started getting hooked. I love the aiming for it. It's like Dead Ops Arcade from Call of Duty. Like that twin stick shooter just feels so good, and all the different abilities that you get, that you unlock, feels super awesome. The leveling up system, leveling up your skills, is not overcomplicated. Like nothing is overcomplicated in that game, just like a Diablo game should be. It's just like you get your shit, you replace your shit, you upgrade your shit.
Yes.
It's very nice, very simple. You don't have to.
That. I'm excited to play it more. I'm really looking forward to doing it. And we got to have a big co-op night. I know Jonathan's got it installed now, so we got 4 to go. You, me, Dylan, Jonathan.
There we go. Yeah, I will say it does not run the greatest online. It's a little patchy online, but it's from an independent company, so it's not that surprising. But
yeah, we'll see.
2 things I want to say about it. Last 2 things. The aesthetics for it's probably probably my favorite game I've played on Series X so far. Just that cyberpunk aesthetic that they have going for it looks great. The game itself runs awesome. Everything's super smooth. I haven't had it get chunky anywhere. Nothing like that.
Except for online, you said?
Except for online, which I never. Anytime a game comes out and the servers are messed up, I just expect that anymore, because not many people do like the beta runs with it.
Yeah.
And then the music is super creepy. Definitely good music choice on there too. So far, really like that game. Really looking forward to seeing what I have in store with it.
Yeah, I'm pumped for it too. And also, I'm going to keep playing Warhammer Vermintide. If anyone wants to play, hit me up.
Download
My gamer
that
tag
stuff.
is Rafe, RAEF.
Um,
Let's go.
so we were playing pinball in the Ascent or we were playing hockey pinball in the Ascent last night on Party Chat, and I decided I got off. I was tired, but I'm like, you know what? Everyone at work's been playing Call of Duty lately, so it's about time that I check it out. I get back in there. I hop online, and you can always count on Call of Duty to have the most unique player base out there. It's the weirdest thing ever because back in the day when you used to play Call of Duty online, nobody was in a party together. Like, because I played on PlayStation 3, so everyone's in matchmaking together, so you hear everyone
Right.
talking.
That's how it used to be with Halo
Yeah,
2 and stuff before parties.
and then you got to like 360 and then PS4 for me, where everyone's partied up, talking with their friends and stuff, even if they're playing different games. So you lost out on a lot of that. So I got on last night, and I don't know if it's just this specific Call of Duty, but it's like everyone's back talking in the lobbies again. So I got to hear all these crazy stories about, like, I got into an argument with people last night about the Scarlett Johansson thing that we can kind of touch on in news. But they were like, yeah, she's just being a greedy bitch. And I was like, are you seriously siding with a like a multi-billion-dollar company over someone that's losing out on ticket sales? Like, you're seriously siding with a company that is just fucking people over?
That'd be fun. I'd go right back to Party Chat.
Oh yeah. So heard all that. Heard some good old political talk in there. Some fun stuff there, and then a lot of UFO stories. It was just a real. I don't know if it's because it was like 2, 3 in the morning, but just some real weird stuff on Cold War last night. So I've been playing a little bit more of it. I'm sure I'm gonna have some stories to come from that. And then the last game. So last week you were talking about Streets of Rage 4.
Yes.
I finally was able to play that. Dude, that's an awesome mode. Like,
Right.
The survival mode it's hard as shit. That boxing level where it's got the fucking swinging bags
Hate
and
those
thing,
things.
and that's the worst part of that so far. But like when you don't play that mode single player, when you play it co-op, you have to be real careful on who gets what, because if you guys don't let each other get enough upgrades, one person's just gonna keep dying the whole time.
Right.
So trying to figure that out with someone else is a little bit of a strategy in itself, I guess. But yeah, super awesome mode. I love the new characters like Estelle and all them. It's been awesome to play so far.
Yeah, man. That's a great game. Like I said, that's one of the best DLC deals that's ever come out. Ever. It's crazy good.
For sure.
I mean, the only thing better than that would be like is if they just made it free. So
I mean, it almost is gonna fall. Yep, I expected that. I need to get this up. There we go. I mean, I'm like, when the DLC is only $7 and the game's free on Game Pass, like that's about as free as you can make that damn thing anymore.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, what about you, Mark? Anything else that you've been playing?
Well, the only other thing I can think of is the our D&D for our work league got canceled because a couple people were on vacation. So we went over to my boss Justin's house and we played some board games. And I invited the one and only Matthew Ice here.
Yep.
He made a surprise appearance for One Up Games, former One Up Game employee.
I still have to make my rounds. Make sure you guys don't forget about me.
We don't forget about you, Matt. And we played some board games together. And one of the games we played was called Code Names. And this game's sweet. It's super easy to play. The instructions make it way more complicated than it is.
Just like every board game anymore.
Yeah. But pretty much what it is you're a team of two. Well, we were that night. One, you sit across from each other, and then they put these cards out that have just names on it, and you have to pretty much get them to guess the cards.
Yeah.
And we were getting our ass kicked. Matt and I were on a team, and we were getting destroyed. Like 5 games in a row, we lost, and then we finally won the last game, and it was like so worth it.
We were talking mad shit too, because Mark and I have occasionally we'll have this link where we can think of like exactly what the other person is thinking of.
Right.
It's like, oh, we're gonna crush this game. And there were a couple moments where it's like, yeah, nice job. Like we were both on the same wavelength. And then a few where it was just like we were as far off as we could have been.
That was the worst fucking shit ever, man.
That was the worst description you could have done of all time.
But then we won it because I said 80s. That was what we won it with. I said 80s because you're only allowed to say one word, and then I said 2. 80s, 2. That means there's 2 cards on the board. And then he looked at the cards, and it was Scorpion and Band.
Yep.
And he picked them both, and we won. And I was like, here I am. Dun-dun, rock you like a hurricane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
just,
amazing.
we were like all pumped, celebrating way more than anyone should at a board game, especially for a team that lost 5 games in a row previously.
And at like 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, they're like holding their baby. Justin and Val just sleeping. We didn't care.
Yeah, we just totally went for it.
So yeah, it's a good game. It's called Codenames. You should check it out. There's other ones too. There's like Codenames Duet, and then there's Codenames Star Wars. They have that. Codenames. There's like a dirty version of it.
Yeah,
so that would be pretty fun.
Yeah, I want to check out the other ones of that.
Yeah,
because I'm sure they're going to be awesome.
You can get those at 1UP Games.
Well, we've got. Ooh, that's cool. I didn't know you guys had those.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a decent amount of news to catch up on, or to talk about. Let me catch up on chat because everyone's talking tonight. Matt did download NHL 21 so we could play for the Pizza Rolls. Yup. So anyone on Xbox that wants to play NHL 21, we've been playing that game online a lot.
Oh, shit. Matt. Oh, Klaus is going to get on Pizza Rolls?
Yep, he's going to get on the Pizza
Rolls. I mean, this
Rolls.
might be something you run by your captain.
Well, I would if he ever played the damn game or downloaded it like I asked him to. Anthony got some Diablo vibes, but with guns. He needs a way to aim at certain enemies. Yes, that is a thing that you can unlock later. I hate chatting in those lobbies. Reminds me of the old school Modern Warfare 2 and Halo 3 lobbies. Brings a tear to my eye when I think back to those days. All the screaming and your mom moments and getting the whole lobby to go, oh, when you landed a quad feed.
That's right, Isaac. Those were good moments.
Josh, welcome to the stream, Josh. Nice seeing you, man. No chat is as weird as trade chat in WoW retail. I did not play WoW, so I'd imagine that would be. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I'd imagine. Matt's doesn't COD anymore, but he's been really good at Streets of Rage 4, and all right. Don't underestimate how competitive I am. All right. Well, let's we'll catch up on the other. Man, everyone's chatting tonight. Sorry, there's too many damn people talking. Last one. Noah wants to give a shout out to a store in Bay City. Just placed a Beckett card order. Dang, Noah, you're buying stuff from Michigan. You're in friggin' Massachusetts, aren't you? But
yeah, he put a shout out for the stadium, and I will say the stadium is pretty cool. I go there to buy paints and stuff. They're kind of competition with 1UP Games, but not really. They're more about magic and
they
stuff.
do more of the card stuff.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the video game news of this week. Okay, little bundle on itch.io if anyone is interested. The shorter games with worse graphics bundle. Cool little indie bundle. It's 28 different games for $20. It all stemmed from this guy making a Twitter comment saying, I just want shorter games with worse graphics made by people that make more and work less. So they just decided to make a bundle based on that Twitter comment. So I was looking at the games, and it's literally just some cool little indie games on there. It looked kind of awesome. Pokemon Go update. So Pokemon Go got an update that fans are not happy about. So I guess originally they updated it for COVID, that they extended the range that you could pick out, like Pokestops and gyms, 2 times as far. And amid all the Delta variant stuff right now that's going on, so COVID's making a comeback, they pulled it. And now people are just like completely uninstalling the app because of it.
Thanks a lot, Niantic.
Good old Niantic helping everyone out. Final Fantasy 1 through 3 get pixel remasters. I was looking at the art for them. They look fucking awesome.
That's sweet.
They're Steam and mobile only, which is kind of weird. But I guess those games have been released like 37,000 times on other consoles. But the pixel remasters do look awesome. No. Okay, cool. Sorry, my sound stuff's messing up over here. The 9-story arcade that opened July of 1993 is closing September 20th. This is right after the Akihabara arcade closed last year because of COVID. And they've sold off 85% of their arcade business. So Sega's arcade stuff in Japan is not doing hot. And that makes me sad because I want to go to Japan to see those damn arcades. A 9-story arcade?
Sounds awesome.
That's insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, that closed down. They didn't they said because of their lease. That was the reasoning behind it. So I don't know. It's sad though. Last bit of news. So I talked about last week the Blizzard Activision stuff. And it's just getting worse, dude. It's so bad right now. I don't know what they're gonna do about it. Like if anything's gonna really change or if they're getting in more trouble for it. So this week some news came out about a Bill Cosby suite that they had. So there was this hotel room back in 2013 that Alex Afrasiabi had, and it was basically a huge networking room where you would go and talk with people trying to get into the company. And it was more of the higher ups at Blizzard would invite over hot females. And yeah, they called it the Cosby Room. They literally all were on a bed, and they took a fucking picture of all of them on a bed together with Bill Cosby in the background. It's insane.
That is so fucked up, man.
Oh my God, Mark, stop. I'm moving you next week.
What do you mean? I'm listening to you.
No, you're not. You're just watching the fucking TV.
That bugs you so much.
It does, because I'm like talking to you, but I guess I should just be talking to the camera. So yeah, they've got that going on, and then
that's awful.
They're talking about this is all the shit is awful, but it may be bringing some kind of good news along with it. The whole video game market is wanting to unionize after all this is going on. So all these shitty things that Blizzard's been doing is wow. All the shitty things that they've been doing is going to come bite them in the ass, and they're going to have to start unionizing and paying people more money, which they should have done anyway. Yeah, that's our little news segment for the week. Wanted to catch up. If you haven't read up on the Blizzard stuff, you really need to, because it's getting ridiculous over there. Well, Mark.
What up?
You ready to talk about food?
Yes. I mean, I said that way too excited.
Yeah.
I'm dying, man.
If you like to munch and to crunch and like eating out a bunch for your gastro servitude, sit back for the feud with gentlemen so crude is that dude's face fucking food.
The chat is going wild right now.
I love it.
So Mark, last week you talked about Taco Bell.
Yes.
And I talked about I would never go back.
Yes.
But
for like the 5th time you said that.
So
wait,
some
did you go back?
I put some restrictions on that, some guidelines. Okay. I'm not going back there intoxicated anymore. Like if someone wants to make a Taco Bell run after I've been drinking, no, I'm not going to do that, because that's just a bad move for the stomach in the morning. But these flatbread tacos that you talked about, I kind of had to find out about them.
Yeah. So
I tried the chicken and the beef one, and that's all I got. I was being smart. I didn't go crazy with it because I knew it would have just torn me up. Dude, those things are incredible.
I told you.
$1.50 for that chicken one.
I told you.
That thing is out of this fucking world.
Practically like a chicken gordita.
It is literally, yeah, it's like a chicken taco with a gordita shell.
Yep.
And it was fucking awesome.
Yep.
And those
Taco Bell did it again.
They'll probably take them away, or they'll bump them up to like $3 a pop.
Quit playing games with my heart.
Yeah, dude. I can't go and get those because I'll want to order like 3 of them and I'll smash those things. They're too damn good. So I had that, and I have been trying to eat healthier, trying to cook more at home, and I like veggies, and I'm trying new veggies here and there. I tried Brussels sprouts for the first time. I tried to make
for the first whoa.
like
For the first time, you've always shit on Brussels sprouts, and this is the first time you've had them.
it's the first time I've made them,
Okay, well,
and I cooked them,
it's a tricky thing to make
dude.
good.
Yeah, so I tried them at Matt K's house one day, and he put a bunch of like butter and fucking lemon juice and all that stuff in there, and it was pretty decent. Like it was okay. They were still like, not a big fan. So I made them this time. I did a little lemon juice, some onion and garlic powder, and I like to call them the 7 layers of hell because they're like there's so many layers to them, and each, like, the further you go with the Brussels sprout, the worse and worse it gets.
You're insane. I love Brussels sprouts. You don't know how to make them.
They're fucking disgusting.
Balsamic vinegar and throw a little bacon in them while you're cooking them.
No, yeah.
It does.
Just completely eliminate the point of them being healthy. Because, yeah, you could
Well,
fucking...
I'm not talking about being healthy. I'm talking about making freaking Brussels sprouts baller. Honestly, I just like them cooked. I like them cooked. Throw a little cheese on them, too. I love Brussels sprouts. But, yeah, that balsamic vinegar, man, that shit's some good stuff. Amanda can make some mean-ass Brussels sprouts.
Dude, they're fucking disgusting.
They're fucking awesome.
Yeah, maybe if you cover them in cheese, and then, you know what, the best way to make a Brussels sprout, you cover it in cheese, and then you actually just remove the Brussels sprout and just eat the cheese. And then it's perfect. It's great. It's amazing. I don't know how you could go wrong.
These people in the chat like them some Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, Anthony does love Brussels sprouts with a bit of butter. No, just throw a whole fucking stick in there, and that'll do you. That'll do
Brussels
it for
sprouts are dope. Matt's like, oh, I want the avocado sandwich without avocado.
No, that's John, okay?
I know, but you're kind of picky,
Oh,
too.
I am not that picky.
You're kind of. You're like, oh, it's not a steak. It's gross.
Whatever. What about you, Mark? What have you been eating this week?
Where are you going?
I'm fucking getting a paper towel because I'm dying.
Sweaty?
Yeah, dude. It's hot down here.
Oh, man. Hey, since you was up, can you grab me a dew? Thanks. All right. So what I've actually been not eating. I have been drinking something. Threw a little curveball at you there. I have been drinking the new Faygo flavor. The Faygo firework flavor. It just tastes like a bomb pop. And everyone's been talking about it, like saying it's hard to find and everything. I found it pretty easy. It was just chilling at a party store by Justin's house. Jan's party store, to be exact.
I do like that.
Didn't get
place.
robbed.
I do like that.
I always
place.
feel like every time I go to Jan's party store, I'm about to get fucking shot for sure.
Well, you know. Oh, dude.
Every time I walk in there, I'm like, let's go. Fucking tuck and roll. And then as I walked out to my car, there was like people just screaming in the parking lot. And I'm like, that was a close one. Almost got it. But yeah, no.
So much for that sponsorship.
The fake Jan's ain't getting it.
Jan's ain't getting it. Dude, so many people in this chat are telling me fucking why I need to like Brussels sprouts. I'm going to do a cooking show based solely on all these different recommendations, and each time I'm going to be disappointed because I'm eating a fucking Brussels sprout.
Yeah, where you find it? Where do you find fireworks Faygo? You find it at Jan's party store
in Bay City.
Bulletproof vest recommended. So yeah, you go there. I got it, and it tastes great. It was actually worth it. It was worth the hype. Believe the hype. It was pretty good. I got another one in my fridge. It is waiting. I should have brought it over. I didn't even think about it, but yeah, it's definitely worth it, and I like it a lot.
I tried a little bit of it when you brought it over to Justin.
Everyone.
And it was good. It was exactly like just melt a bomb pop, throw a little carbonation in there, and you got a fucking Faygo firework.
It was like a fruitier flavor of like Squirt, kind of maybe. I don't know.
It's a bomb pop.
Yeah, it was good.
That's the best descriptor for it.
Fago definitely outdid themselves on that one.
Fago.
Also, I had at Good Times Pizza, not Great Times, Good
Just
Times. They are moving up. The Good
Are
Times
they
is
getting
moving
to,
up.
Are they getting
They're
to
like-
great times?
No, they're like
They're gooder times.
pretty good times. Yeah. I don't know. Pretty good sounds worse than good, doesn't it? But
I would say gooder.
yeah, gooder.
Gooder
Gooder
times,
times
pizza.
pizza. Yeah, they anyone gets our pizza, get the parm crust on that shit. It was freaking dope. So yeah, that was good. Those are my fat dude fake fucking full fucking stories.
You know what? We've got do we have a debate topic here? I don't think we do.
No, but use the American Gladiators one.
Okay. I'm going to bring up a debate or
That's
not.
fine. That's fine. It's a good time
Yeah.
for it.
Audio's fine, video frozen. What? Oh my god. Yo, your video has been frozen.
Oh
What?
yeah, we are frozen.
Come on. How is that even possible? God.
Note the time.
Nope, the time.
27. Let me write that down.
Hold on, boys. Yeah, thanks for noting the time. That's gonna mess up. Logitech StreamCam. Are we back? Yay, we're back. Cool.
Soap.
Oh, this is why you
Right.
don't. This is why audio only is so much easier. But that's all right. We'll
20.
fix it in post. Here we go. I'm the resident master debater.
All right, you're gonna talk.
Yeah, we'll catch up on chat too because now we can edit the audio.
Let me know what time you're going in and back at.
Okay, I will. There was a God. You guys are talking so much. It's fucking awesome. I'm literally gonna do like a video of me making Brussels sprouts every way, and then I'm gonna throw up afterwards because they're fucking Brussels sprouts. It's as a joke, master debater. It's a good joke. It's a good joke, Matt. Audio's fine. Yep. Good Times was the best in the early 90s. They had the best Hawaiian and BLT pizzas.
That sounds dope.
All right. So, let's go. 29 minutes, we'll go into it.
All right. Okay.
So,
29 minutes.
so we have a great debate topic this week. We've been talking about food a lot, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go up to 7-Eleven and see what snacks they got. See what I can come up with for a little debate topic between you. And it's one I've thought about quite a bit. So let's throw the...
All right. Great debate. It's been a while. It's been a bit.
So this week's debate topic is between two amazing candy bars. We're going to go, is the Nestle Crunch or the Hershey's Good Bar going to take the crown on this one?
I
So
already know what
I've got mine. I've got my my idea of what is better. And Mark, you think the Crunch is going to take this, right?
Do we even have to taste test these? Like, I already
I-
know who wins.
No, I think we do. I think we absolutely taste test.
Okay,
these.
I'll taste test
we'll
it
taste
just
test
for...
them live on stream.
Oh, by the way, I said something. Somebody picked up our business cards today at work. He looks at it, he's like, food? What do you guys, like some ASMR video thing? Like, I'm like, gross, dude, no.
Yeah, but now we will be.
He's like, I don't know. He like pointed at your picture. He's like, what is this, your boyfriend or something? I'm like, damn, dude.
what the fuck?
I know. So that's
Did
how we
you
know
know
we're
this guy?
making it. No,
Man,
no, that's how you know we're making it.
what a fucking asshole.
I know, right? And I'm like, yeah. He took the business card. And he's probably subscribing and watch him right now. So thank you.
How is this even fair? What in the chat right now? What do people think's gonna win? The Crunch Bar or the Good Bar? Because I think I'm Good Bar. I think I'm Good Bar all the way.
Well, let's try one
I'm gonna go.
at the same time.
I'm gonna go. Well, yeah. Let's do. Break me off a piece of that.
Break
shit.
me off a piece of that good bar.
All right, we got to do this away from the mic. I don't want.
ASMR.
I don't want ASMR as a
I turned on
tagline.
Twitch the other day and there was some chick like licking on a microphone. I'm like, what the fuck happened to Twitch? Oh my god, I didn't know. And then I stayed and watched the rest.
I'm already eating it. I
Oh.
couldn't wait. I couldn't wait for you.
Yep, that's a good bar. Break them up. My dad used to say that Nestle Crunch, you eat this shit, your face looks like the back of it.
What does that even mean?
It means you get acne from eating chocolate.
Oh, okay. Oh man.
Oh God, you can totally hear it on the mic. I'm sorry, everyone. I know it wins. I knew it wins from the start.
I don't know, man. This is a tough one.
Matt, you don't need to eat the whole fucking candy bar. Come on.
This just gives me a reason to eat on stream. Fuck off.
All right, so I will say this. It's been a while since I've had a Nestle Crunch bar.
That comment is so good. All right, Mark, what do you think takes it here?
So it's been a while since I've had a Nestle Crunch. I've always had, at Halloween time, you always have like Crackle.
Oh shit, Crackle's awesome.
It's literally Hershey's
literally-
version of Nestle Crunch.
I forgot about Crackle. You can't get Crackle in a candy bar. Like, it's just got to be a little bite size,
Yeah.
guys.
But Nestle Crunch is pretty good. But dude, Mr. Good Bar is like one of my favorite candy bars.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
so Good Bar takes it for
I'm
sure. And you
absolutely-
freeze that shit too. It's even better.
Absolutely going with Good Bar here. I thought you were gonna go Crunch. So yeah, I think texture wise, Crunch gets it. There's something about all the acne on the back that really makes me love it. But for that same idea that you just put in my head, I can never eat a Crunch bar again. Because now I'm just gonna be like, oh, I'm just eating a bunch of pimples on the back of this thing. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
And Matt, with possibly one of my favorite comments ever, he's like, well, they couldn't call it a Mr. Mad Bar.
Yep. That's straight up fact.
Sorry, all of you are fucking wrong. Audrey, Isaac, Matt, all of you are wrong, and you need to go buy a Mr. Good Bar. It doesn't have as many nuts in it, or whatever the fuck those little things are.
Those are crispy crunchities.
The chocolate is better. The chocolate is way better in a Good Bar. So this week, Mark and I are in agreement.
Yeah, friends.
Mr. Good Bar takes Crunch. Next week, we're gonna have regular Reese's versus white Reese's, and I think I'm gonna surprise people with my opinion on that one.
Oh, geez, I bet it's not regular Reese's.
It's actually gonna probably be regular. But yeah, that was a fun little. We might do that from time to time. I don't know. We're just trying to throw shit in there. And make
Yeah, random weird shit.
Send us videos of you eating food, and we'll
What?
comment on them.
That's weird, Matt.
Just talking about Mr. Good Bar and Crunch, not any other food.
You've never had a Mr. Good Bar before, Isaac. What?
I shall need to pick one up and devour it without mercy. Just pick a Crunch Bar up and let us know. Audrey says White Reese's gonna win. We'll watch next week and we'll find out. But I can't wait.
Okay.
All right, so Mark, I gave your son a present a while ago,
Yes.
and he was very. I think you were more excited at the time.
Yes.
Just he looked at it, and he was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
But
It's the Sega Genesis Ultimate Portable Game Player.
yeah,
You guys probably see it. It's one of these little handheld. It's white here. It's pretty cool, man. It's got it has a lot of games on it. A lot of Sonic. It's got even Mortal Kombat. All the different Mortal Kombats are on it.
oh, really?
Yeah. And then they fill the rest with the weirdest fucking games ever. And for some reason I dig those. But then I played a game on here. And this is going to be for our video game music segment this week. I played a game on here that has the absolute worst song in any video game I've ever played. The worst music, hands down. I've kind of the worst music I've ever heard in my life,
Yeah.
let alone video game.
Yeah.
And it's for a game we all know as Snake. I think I'm going to play it over the mic.
Yeah, play it over the mic. We didn't actually try this, so
I
hopefully
don't. Yeah, this might blow up. Like if you're driving right now on the road,
turn this shit down.
you might not want to.
Turn this thing down. He's
Got
got to
to
get.
pass in a semi or something right now.
I was playing that right before we started the show, and I also want to say that might be the worst version of Snake I've ever played.
Worst
It's
version.
literally like, because Snake is a nice, like, smooth game. It's literally like boop, boop, boop.
Oh, it's so
It's
bad.
so slow, so awful in every way.
All right, here we go. Ready? Snake.
Oh boy. Oh, that sounds so bad in the headphones. It's so bad.
Let it go. Let it work on you for a bit.
Hold on. Where's this?
That's too.
No. It's so bad. That straight up sounds like creepypasta music, horror movie shit there.
Snake.
Yeah, I think we've heard enough Snake. And like each beat, so each like da da da, that's about the speed that the snake moves. So it really is like maybe that's just a horror version of Snake.
Yeah.
It really
I don't know
it's
not a good version of Snake. Let's put it that way. But yeah,
God.
I heard that. I was just going through it, checking out games, and then it came on and that hit, and I was like, oh my eye, this is bad.
Snake the Psychopath Edition. God,
Right.
that's awful in every way.
Yeah, it was rough. But yeah, that's your video game music segment of the week.
Yeah, that's gonna go on our YouTube playlist because
Yep.
I've been adding every week songs for that. So if anyone follows our YouTube page, there's a playlist with some good music jams in there. Mark,
What up,
you,
dog?
you have a store that you run,
I have a store that you have a store that you run.
and we have people that come in that do weird things and say weird things. Why don't we talk about that?
In Store Stories.
Oh God. Why does JD keep asking me this? No, JD, I have smelled mothballs. Why do you keep asking me? I'm
It's
confused.
really weird, yeah.
There's got to be some context with this. Why do you want to know why I've smelled mothballs? There's got to be a joke that goes with it.
Okay.
So, Mark, what's happening at your store?
He's responding.
How did I get their little legs open? They just spread them for me, man. I didn't even have to. I didn't even have to ask. They just did it.
Oh, I love silly jokes like that. Good job, JD.
Nice one. That's a good one.
Okay. Oh, Store Stories. All right. So, I don't know if anybody knows this. There's a special customer that is usually perusing around the Tri-City area.
It's quite the adjective for her.
And her name is Edith. And we all know her. If you've known her, if you know her, you know her.
The name brings tales from long video games past.
Strikes fear into many.
Yeah.
But then us that work in this industry for so long have learned to slay the beast.
Yep.
But the Edith monster feasts. She feasts on the new blood, the new hires. She feasts on the new blood, especially during trade-ins. And that's exactly what happened.
Oh,
So
boy.
we have some new people at One Up Games, and the Edith was trying to sink her teeth, well, what remaining teeth she has left, into their poor little throats. And
God.
I had to jump in there and bust her. So she was trying to trade in DVDs that were missing the case. Like loose
Yeah,
DVDs.
Fuck off.
Come on, just the disc. Like, she knows for sure that we have never taken that. And she knows for a fact. And she was trying to get him. And he almost had it all done. And I walked by and I was like, whoa, 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 what's going on here? And she knew she was busted. And she's like, well, I called on the phone. I called on the phone and they said you could do it. And I'm like, I looked at him and he's like, yeah, I did. I didn't know yet, And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, Edith, he's new, so that doesn't count.
Yeah. So you can take these and throw them away in the garbage that you found them in.
Yeah, and then she's like, well, I gotta get all the way back to the other side of town and the buses don't come by yet. And I'm like, okay, well, at least it's I just straight up was like, well, at least it's a nice day outside.
Oh, no, you did not. That's
Yeah, it was a
amazing.
really nice day outside. She's like, well, I got asthma, so it's not that nice for me. And I'm like, I looked at her and I was like, tough break.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't buy DVDs without the cases, man.
You don't buy them for cash anyway.
I do too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I've been buying DVDs
Oh,
lately.
good to
not,
know.
Not for much.
Good to know. I'm going to send them all your way.
That's fine. I bought 100 of them today.
$5.
Yeah, so good old Edith.
That's awesome. So,
And then
poor Dave.
yeah, and we got we did have a cool trade in. We had some cool Japanese original Game Boy games trade in.
Wow.
That was pretty badass. Yeah, so we
That's
got
a new
those in.
one.
Yeah.
Any-
Kirby and Super Mario Land and Kirby's Dream Land 1 and 2.
Nice. I actually have both of, well, I have a Kirby and Super Mario 2 over there
Yeah.
that are from Japan.
Japan.
That's cool.
Yeah, so yeah, we had those in. And lately, we have been seeing a recent surge in counterfeit items.
Yep.
Counterfeit Nintendo 64 games, to be specific. We have had, let's see, Mario Kart 64 and Super Smash Brothers for 64. They're, yeah, I think those were the two. We had those, the counterfeit ones came in. And with the new guys and stuff, they can they're sneaking by, but they don't know this shit, man.
damn.
This is new stuff.
That sucks.
Also, we had some PS4 counterfeit controllers. They look exactly like.
They just don't feel right.
Yeah.
That's the only way that you can tell is they just don't feel the same.
Yeah, they look exactly like it, but yeah. So it's getting people are getting trickier.
Yeah, man. And I see a lot of it because of the store that I work right around the corner from.
Oh yeah.
And people, like, I usually don't get people pissed off at me. They're more like, they're just pissed off in general that they paid this much for a game that's not real.
Mm-hmm.
So do you guys actually end up, like, if someone were to come in and be like, hey, I've got 5 reproduction 64 games, would you buy them at all?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, see, the only ones I've ever bought are the ones that, like, the ones that are clearly a reproduction, like, you know, the weird Pokemon games.
Yeah,
that,
of course.
that are
Yeah,
offshoots
those
and
I
stuff
would
like
do.
that.
Just like how we used to order those ones. So
Yeah, it's bad, dude. 64 is probably the most. 64 and the Pokemon games on Game Boy Advance are the most reproduced games I've ever seen. 64, at least you can tell pretty easily, like from the label, because they're always just shit.
yeah,
But that sucks. And yeah, I've seen a lot of them lately. Because now
I had
there's-
one guy was like, I told him it was fake. He wanted to buy Smash Brothers, and I'm like, I got a counterfeit cartridge if you want to buy that. And I
Yeah.
was like, make me a deal or make me an offer. 'Cause at this point, it's like Pawn Stars,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh man, I'm like, well, I'll tell Smash Brothers. What is that? Like $50 game, $45, $50 game right now.
Yeah. I
Maybe a
think
little
so.
higher than that. Yeah, I was like, I don't sell this bootleg one for $20.
Yep. That's pretty much what I usually do.
And then
if they ever
I'll sell
come
you
through.
this one for 20, and he's like, I don't know, man. Maybe 15. And I'm
Okay.
like,
All right. Pawn Stars it up.
okay, no, I can do 20, man, like I said. And he's like, nope, gonna pass. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll use it as great training stuff for
There you go.
employees.
Just hang it on the wall there so everyone can get a good look-see at it.
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of them too because there's 2 stores around. There's used to just be the one, and he would sell them as reprints, and then he finally changed it to reproduction. And then yeah, it would be like, yeah, what did he say? You know, they did the first run on these and now they're reproducing them. It's like, no, they're fucking not. These are fake ass games. Do not even sell it like that. And then the one up the road just buys a shit ton of reproductions from eBay so that they can stock their retro cabinet. So been seeing a lot of that shit too. But whatever. People, you know, I don't buy them, so I don't got to worry about them.
Come on.
Dude, sometimes I just get some odd ones in here. And I had this gentleman who I've had just tons of amazing experiences with him in the past. Amazing. I had this Blu-ray TV show that he ordered, and he was pissed because, you know how some seasons do, like, see like episode 105, and it's like season 1, episode 5. Like that's how they list it.
Yeah.
So that's how this thing listed its shows, and he was like, "It's wrong. They printed it wrong, and I want to return it and get another one." So I'm like, okay, I was like, yeah, whatever, because I didn't really understand what he was saying at the time. So I ordered him another one. Same fucking thing. So he came in, and I was like, yeah, nothing is wrong here. This is the same exact thing. I'm like, this is what this means. So I talked with him for like 40 minutes about that one day. It was awful. So he came in, and I had a coffee because, when you work 6 days, 7 days in a row, sometimes
Coffee talk.
you need a fucking pick-me-up in the morning.
Get a fucking cup of Joe.
So I got a coffee, and he came in. And he was like, I used to be a road driver. And, those caffeine pills, they have as much caffeine as a single cup of coffee. And I'm like, yeah. Oh, he was asking me, he's like, do you drink coffee for the taste, or do you just drink it for the caffeine? And I'm like, it's pretty much just for the caffeine, but I don't mind the taste. And he's like, then he goes into this whole spiel. And he's like, now, you know what's better than caffeine? And I'm like, cocaine. I literally said that to him. And he's like, no. What I used to do is if you take a caffeine pill and you break it up.
Oh my
and
God.
I'm like, oh my God, I really was not far off, was I? He's like, so what I would do is I'd take half a caffeine pill, I'd crush it up, and I would inhale it. And then I would take another caffeine pill and ingest it. So right away, I would get 15 minutes of crazy energy off the caffeine pill that I snorted.
What the fuck, dude?
And then after that wore off, the other one would kick in, and I'd be good for the rest of the day. And it's like, wow, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And he's like, and I spoke with a family friend that had some medical experience, and he said as long as you don't have, as long as you've never had heart attacks in the past, this wasn't going to damage anything.
Yet.
Because you have so many threads in your heart. And this was only going to kill a few of the threads. You have hundreds of thousands of threads holding your heart together. So this was just going to kill off a few. So if I've never had heart attacks, so I just used to do that all the time. And that's what you should do. And I'm like, yeah. I'm sure the cops loved watching you snort a powder from a fucking container while you were on the road. That sounds like a fantastic idea.
Yeah. What a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, dude. It was like, how do you sit through that? Like, how do you talk to a customer about that? I was just like, oh, yeah. Wow. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah.
Don't snort caffeine pills.
Yeah, I'm gonna not take the advice of your family friend doctor and say snorting caffeine pills is not a great idea.
Yeah.
Just like those people that pour beer through their ass to get more drunk.
Butt chug.
Butt chug.
That's what it's called. Yeah, so this next one doesn't really have to do with my store, but I have to bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I have a gas station right by my house, Marathon, and every so often you go in there and you're kind of in a hurry. You just want to grab a pop or whatever, just grab something real quick. Let's go, in and out. And this is a gas station that does the lotto. I hate the lotto. I hate people that stand there and are like, yeah, give me 13, give me 4, give me 5, yep, 3 over there. And then next thing you know, the line is like 12 people deep, and we're all just waiting on this one asshole taking up the whole thing. Happens all the time. All the time. But this one time tonight was a little different than the other times. This person was in front of me, okay? And she was not doing the lotto tickets. Sometimes you get the people that get the scratchies and they go sit in their car and they scratch them off and then they come back because they're fucking addicts. They're addicted.
we go. God, what the fuck is happening with the stream tonight? Why is the stream just dropping everything tonight? Literally, it's ran seamlessly for the last 13 fucking years of my life, and now it's just dying.
Right.
It's got to be because it's too damn hot down here. That's what I'm saying. It's just too hot, and everything's shit. Okay.
I don't know where I cut off.
Not for the audio. Did you guys catch any of Mark's scratchy stories? Sorry that the stream's messing up tonight, guys, but I appreciate you. Start again from sit in their car because they're fucking addicts.
Okay. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Matt.
All right. 50. Start
53-ish. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you sticking around for the technical issues that we've at least been able to resolve. So sit in their car because they're fucking addicts.
Yeah. So then, and then every time they'll come in, and then they'll just sit there. And now this time, instead of sitting in their car scratching them off, they will go in line. And this lady tonight was just sitting there scratching that shit off.
Do you think that she snorts the fucking scratch stuff and is like, get it in my veins? I don't know if you guys heard that before, but I don't fucking care.
No, I don't think she did, Matt. But no, yes, she's just standing there. I'm holding my stuff up, and she's just going to town. And she's got a stack of like 30 scratchies, and she's right there on the counter and just going to town scratching them. Not going in the car, just right there. And she looks back at me after I've been standing there for a bit, and she's like, "You can bring your stuff up front and ring up if you want."
Oh, are you sure? Is that okay?
I'm like, okay.
Am I interrupting?
And I bring it up, and then she moves like this. She moves like this much over. So I'm like putting my drinks on the side of this table, and she's like, "All you gotta say is just move, excuse me." And she keeps scratching. There's fucking dust all over the fucking counter and stuff. And I'm like, and I look at where she's standing. She's standing directly in front of the credit card terminal where I have to use. I'm like, well, I need to use the credit card machine, so you got to move over a little more. And she's like, oh, well, okay then. I'm like, oh, you rude bitch. Fuck.
Oh my
I hate
God.
you. Stop gambling your house away. You probably have like fucking kids that are starving at home, and you're just buying more scratchies. You're a horrible woman.
30 fucking lottery tickets?
Seriously, dude. They just sit there forever.
Oh my God.
You wonder why all these people are fucking broke and poor in this city, just spending all their money on fucking scratchies.
30 lottery tickets is intense. That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah. And they go Soaring Eagle, and they're like, I hit big.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. I finally won my money back from 3 weeks ago that I lost.
Yeah. As they get a fucking... Oh.
No. What the fuck's happening? Oh my God. It's got to be this fucking game sitting on this thing. Oh, we're good. All right. I'm pulling Super Mario. It's fucking with my shit.
Pull them all.
Fucking with my steez. Oh, bye-bye.
Might not be doing a thing afterwards. Do
We have audio. We have audio.
all right.
Okay. God. Damn mixer. All right. Back at it again.
So yeah, fuck scratchies.
Dude, this story is fucking cursed. This chick is cursing this.
All right.
This podcast.
That's fucking store stories.
All right, let's get off this fucking topic and talk about D&D. And it'll be a quick one. Don't worry. We know people like it short and sweet. Just like that little soundbite. Let's catch up. Yeah, Twitch is good. Okay. Everything's good there. Noah, yikes, that's crazy. A couple times here in Massachusetts, I've seen something like that. They hang out at the gas station and go back in for more. Nothing like Mark's story, but it's close to it. Yeah, I had a guy I used to work with that was the same exact way. He would, his wife controlled his money, so she'd give him like $50 every check, and he would blow it. Like, he'd go up to the party store, buy 4, And if he won on one of them, he wouldn't go back. But if he lost on all of them, in his head, okay, there has to be like 1 out of 9 has to work. So he'd go and buy like 4 or 5 more to get like the winner that was $3 or something. That's pretty much it. Oh, come on, Short D. Huh.
Go play pinball or something. Do something with your money that you get some sort of joy out of. I guess they get a joy. Like pull tabs are even worse. That's what they have at the Eagles Club, pull tabs. You just pull a piece of cardboard out and you rip the side, and you're like, nope, numbers don't match. Trash.
That sounds awful.
More money. Nope, don't match. Trash. Just like take your money and just throw it in the trash can. You could have more enjoyment out of crinkling up a dollar bill and trying to play basketball with a trash can than gambling like that.
Yep. You could invest that money into Dogecoin or something like that.
Fuck casinos. I'm saying it.
Yes, go play pinball. Yeah, see, Chris has got it covered. Go play pinball at Crazy.
What's
at
up,
Crazy
Chris?
Quarters. Thanks for tuning in tonight, man.
Go play pinball, Crazy Quarters.
Dude. Oh, we got to talk. Well, let's talk about D&D and then video game challenge. We completely skipped over it because audio's been messing up every 2 fucking seconds.
All right.
So, D&D. Last week we left off. I don't remember where. Where did we leave off?
So we started in Bryn Shander.
Look at you. Oh, man.
And
that is clutch.
We collected our gear from the stables where our pack animals were taken care of, and we woke up our friend Rocky, who is a dwarf, and he is a dwarf rogue, and he's been sleeping for a bit. Then we all headed off the trail towards Tourmaline and saw Arviturus, which is the white worm, huge dragon. And it was chowing down on some reindeer.
Mm-hmm.
We waited for them to finish their meal to take off, and then we continued to the town.
Why did I not get this script?
Once there, we stopped by the town hall to collect our reward for clearing the mine and picked up new weapons and repaired things at the blacksmith in town. Then, finally, we went north to the Black Cabin, and we found it abandoned in appearance. We had Trex, if you guys remember Trex, our fellow little kobold that we've brainwashed. We had him clear the snow from an outhouse, which was half buried, and then we headed up to the cabin as a party. We searched around and found an old workshop with tools and metal scraps.
I like how you're just going to gloss over the story of you pulling off some crazy athletic shit that fucking failed dramatically.
I did pull off some crazy athletic shit.
He jumped a huge gap with like a fucking nat 20 almost, and then almost fell to his...
Your character made a leap across a gap in the patio walkway and fell through rotting planks, coming near to a really bad fall down a gorge that surrounded the back half of the cabin, which was on stilts that I noticed. The cabin is on stilts.
Ha.
After I survived the fall, everyone climbed into a window to get into the cabin. Once inside, the party smelled burnt flesh and wood and noticed a charred skeleton with a curious gyroscopic-looking item next to it.
Oh, I got this.
Alok. Here, do you want to read it?
No, I got this.
This is really well written.
All right. Alok,
Which is Matt's character.
being the curious guy that he is, immediately ran over and picked it up, holding it long enough to activate and create a large sphere of radiant energy that engulfed and skeletonized him, rendering Alok dead.
He died.
I
Matt
literally
died.
I grabbed this orb and tried to walk it over to a table to set it down because it started glowing, and I've just fucking got incinerated. Three more hit points and I would have been ash. But I was skeleton and bones at the time.
That was very traumatic. We were like, fuck.
Alok then found himself bound to the cabin in an ethereal plane where Macretius was also bound. Macretius was the wizard that we were going to see from Snaggle Cocker Knocker, whatever the hell Cocker Knocker sent us. The party soon began to receive messages written in the frost on a table from Alok. These messages explained what happened and what the party needed to do to fix the gyroscope, which was the Summer Star, and use its power properly.
Yes, the Summer Star is what helps take out this crazy, horrible winter we're in right now. We're trying to take it down.
After a bit of exploration, your group found blueprints, and Rocky got to work smelting metal down to mold into another ring for the star to help keep the power at bay. After smelting a ring, Emerald was tasked with carving the appropriate runes into the ring, but failed 3 times.
Yeah, and Meryl is Clevman, by the way.
And he is a fucking mage with arcane knowledge.
He's a sorcerer.
Yeah.
And he was failing, and he was getting very mad.
And it required Rocky to resmelt the ring 3 times.
3 times.
Finally, they allowed Gorax to carve the runes, who did so successfully, and Rocky affixed the new ring in place.
That's right, I did it. Gorax, me. I'm Gorax. Wait, where did you leave off at? Okay. The Summer Star was then activated outside, and the weather was changed to be less hostile to life, so it got warmer out.
Yeah.
We can control the weather with this thing. And Alok and Macretius in their plane were then met by Lathander, and Alok was revived.
I was.
Matt died and came back in one D&D session. It was freaking nuts.
I literally thought I was just fucking done.
His bones regaining his flesh, blood, and breath. Really disgusting.
Yeah.
And then naked Alok was then covered up by spare clothing the party had. I think I gave you.
You
some.
gave me a shirt. My
Yep.
dick was just hanging out.
Just flopping in the wind. The warm wind now.
The slightly warmer wind. It was still like, we didn't make it too warm because we didn't want all the snow to melt.
And as soon as this occurred, the weather dropped in quality. Shrinkage. It was flopping in the wind, and then
And that was our temperature
yeah,
gauge.
that's how we knew something's
Oh,
up.
shit.
His
What's
dick
happening?
is shriveled up. Oral sent some of her winter creatures to investigate. Oral is like the
Frost Maiden.
Frost Maiden. Bad. The party then planned. Now, this is where it was cool. These guys showed up. Like White Walker type things. Think like Game of Thrones. Yeah, so the party then planned an elaborate scheme to kill them by dropping the house, the black cabin, on top of them because the cabin was on stilts. So then what Rocky did is he went over and hid on the other side to distract them, shoot arrows.
Yeah.
And then we threw these little Pokeball things that we have that can spawn stuff and like Black Panthers and stuff like that. They saw it. They went underneath the house with the stilts. The cabin stilts, we destroyed it because Jason busted out a fireball, threw it right at the stilts of the house, and boom, the thing collapsed. Matt also helped out with taking more stilts down. But yeah, the house collapsed on these fuckers, and we killed them by dropping a house on them, and then we just camped out there, and that ended the session of D&D.
That's a good idea. You got to send me that next time.
I just asked Zach to give me a quick synopsis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then he wrote that.
Nice. Thank you, Zach.
Zach, Dungeon Master Zach. Thank you.
Trenton, I am doing well. Thank you. And Matt says, I seriously would love to know what kind of psychological help a DM for you guys would need.
Aw.
Quite a bit.
Yes.
Because we're pretty fucking dumb. Like, we make it fun, though. We make it fun and dumb.
So that was D&D this week.
Yeah.
It's your D&D update.
Yeah. The D&D weekly update. Stay tuned next week for more. Oh, yeah. We will be playing.
Yep.
Well, speaking of video games, even though we weren't, this week we had quite a lot of challenges. Last week we issued a challenge to everyone out there to play Pinball FX3. There was a Star Wars pinball game that we wanted everyone to join in on a tournament and play. Let me throw...
More Streets of Rage.
I need to get like 17 more sound bites.
Yep.
We have too many topics now. So it took a little while. You know, I didn't join up in that tournament right away because I just kind of forgot about it and got too busy. But we had a good amount of people play, and there was some high scores set. You and Dylan were battling it out, and then Mr. Andy came in there and toppled the score. He was holding it for a little while.
Yeah, Andy crushed us.
Dylan came back with a 23 million on that.
And then here comes the king.
And then I downloaded it. First game, 23 million.
Yep.
Just first game, no big deal. No,
right out the gate.
No big deal.
Just crushes us.
And then Dylan came back with another score that I didn't even know about because I was still playing it because I only played one game. Like I'm gonna play a couple, obviously. I'm not heel as fuck. Don't worry. But you texted me as I was in the middle of the game. It was like, oh, Dylan took the score down, and then like literally 30 seconds later, I checked the leaderboards. It's like 26 million for Dylan's score, and then I had 26,068,000. So I texted him. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I didn't even beat that score by enough to say I beat it.
Fuck you. You loved every second of that.
Oh, yeah. It was fucking great. And no one came close after that. I held that fucking score.
I did get my 5 mil up to 13 mil. I was proud of my little self.
That was a fun pinball board.
Yeah.
Empire
Strikes Back.
I only beat 2 of the scenes. Those scenes were hard as shit to do.
Yeah.
Because they gave you like a nice little checkpoint, but impossible.
Yeah, pretty tough.
Impossible to get through those. Did you play scene 6 with the fight with Darth Vader?
That was like my best one.
It was cool. Yeah. His stupid moves were hard to like.
Sometimes I get real pissed.
He'd do that spin one and hit you on the left. It's like, fuck you, man.
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah.
But Matt won our video game challenge, and yeah, that was pretty awesome.
We've been taking trips to Crazy Quarters.
Chris, I don't know if you're still in here.
Chris, you better be in here. So every day or every Saturday after D&D, we shoot over to Crazy Quarters, and we're real assholes and always stay there after close. Sorry, Chris. We're like that.
They don't mind.
But
maybe they really do, though.
Go there, play some pinball and all that stuff. And I've been, for weeks, someone had toppled my score on Galaga. I had the highest score on there for that was on there from when they closed their first location. So probably a year or so it was on there. And I never tried to beat it, really. Like, I think I tried once. But finally someone set a score on there, 999,800, I think. So it was my quest to beat that damn score. And last week, I beat that damn score. I told myself, I'm like, I'm going to set a 1,000,000-point score. That's my goal. That's the goal I want to hit. I never thought I could do it as a kid. I thought 300K was my max forever. Maybe I'd get to 500K. I beat that, and dude, I was just on it. I probably went the first 600,000 points without losing a guy.
Wow.
Like,
that's nuts.
I was just playing my ass off.
And you did it.
And I did it, yeah. I was trying to, on that game, the score loops after our 1 million. So you can get 999,000. So I was trying to just beat that score so I could put my initials. And I shot one too many fucking guys, and I rolled the score, and my initials were lost forever. I didn't get to put them in. However, the high score has been set on that machine, so they don't match with the original initials that were up there. It was it says the high score. Then if you go into the high scores, that person is still number 1. I think their initials are like CFW.
Oh, he knows the initials.
I
probably sees it, haunts his dreams. CFW.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah. We had a nice video of it. I'm gonna chop it up so we can put it on Crazy Quarters Facebook. There were lots of swears.
Yeah, we're like, well, yeah, we'll take a look at it and send it to you guys. If we'll see it how it is when we start watching it that night. Matt's like, oh fuck, fucking fuck.
I was swearing.
I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, we can't send this to them.
I wasn't even in the right mind space for that. But at the end, when I actually got the score, it wasn't that bad. I wasn't swearing at the end. So for like that 10-second interval, it's really cool.
That's us though, baby. We swear sometimes.
So I will send that over to Chris so he can put that on Chris or Jeff so they can put it on the Facebook. But yeah, my hand has never hurt so bad in my entire life after playing a video game. It was literally the most, like, I think you guys were playing a little bit more pinball, and I couldn't play anything, dude. My hand was just cramped. But I've decided I'm going to write a handwritten letter, and I'll put it on the Facebook page when I do it, issuing a challenge to anyone and everyone that wants to have a versus match of Galaga there. Maybe it'll just be a leaderboard if they're cool with it. And we'll have a leaderboard ranking of Galaga scores at.
I do want to say shout out to Chris though. He totally gave me some pinball tips. He actually is the grand champion on their new Mandalorian table.
Excellent.
And he gave me some tips. I increased my score from 1 million to 20 million just by a few tips that he gave me. So yeah, I am in the pinball league. You are in the pinball league.
Oh my god, my scores are so bad this week.
Matt already put his scores in.
Yeah.
But I will be there. Wednesday at 6 p.m. is when the pinball league starts. And I think there's a few more slots open. There's a max of 32 people are allowed in it. And last I knew, I think they're in the high 20s. They might be full now, but you can check it out. It's if anyone's interested, it's $8 a week for 8 weeks, or you can just pay the $64 up front. And it's gonna be a fun time. I'm gonna suck, but at least I can hang out at the after party, like after at the end. It can be like, hey, party time.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm the one with the last place.
No, it's gonna be a time. It's gonna be a battle for me and you to suck the most.
So you did put your scores in?
I put my scores in, and they were awful except for Rick and Morty. That was the only good one. Wow. I did.
All right, so yeah, we.
But next week I'll actually have some practice for it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
what's the new challenge?
So we're gonna do another pinball challenge this week. If you're not on Xbox, play it on whatever console. Just post it. Post a picture of it. We don't really. Like, it doesn't have to be super serious. So this week's table is going to be Black Rose, and it's a cool, I believe, a Williams pinball machine.
Black Rose.
Pinball
FX3.
Yep.
Okay.
So Black Rose Pinball FX3. It's a pirate game, and it's got a cool cannon built into the table. It's a badass pinball machine. Right. I am fucking horrible at it.
I'm excited.
My scores are terrible. It's a crazy tough pinball game.
All right.
But yeah, that's a challenge this week. We'll put another tournament up so everyone can try it. And yeah, thank you for everyone that played in last week's challenge.
Thanks for everyone that attempted to beat Matt's score. I'm just so fucking sweet.
Oh my god, shut up.
Video game gem time.
Ooh, video game gem. What do we got? Is it going to be a broken gem again?
I don't know.
I guess we'll find out.
I do know. I wrote the outline. All right. This week's video game gem is 2 Extreme on PS1. So, have you played this?
I have played. I've played 2 Extreme and 3 Extreme.
Okay. So yeah, I first found out about this game on those little PlayStation demo discs that would come with your PlayStation when you bought it.
Ooh, like the Pizza Hut demo discs, shit like that.
Kind of similar to it, but it was like
the Underground or whatever.
It was like the Jam Pack or something like that. Yeah, it had like 20 game demos, and you played like the first level of each one. But yeah, that was where I found 2 Extreme, and I ended up liking it on that demo, so I went out and bought the game. Very smart marketing, PlayStation. Because I went out and bought a lot of those games that were on that demo disc. So, yeah, 2 Extreme. It doesn't really hold up.
No.
Nowadays, but back then it was sweet because you got to keep in mind this was before Tony Hawk.
This was
before Cool Borders, I think.
See, I was just thinking of this game as a snowboarding game when you talked about it, but it's like everything, isn't it? It's rollerblading, skateboarding.
Yeah. I think the most extreme game back then. Before this one would have been like California Games, which is sweet.
Or Skate or Die.
Skate or Die is dope.
That's super extreme.
I love that game. California Games is great too. Have you played California Games?
Yeah.
That might just be the gem now.
That
might have just taken over.
That's got the funniest gaming moment ever when you're throwing the frisbee and the chick runs for it and fucking just dives into the turf.
Yeah, just face plants right into the. Oh, dude, I'll tell you what, California Games. The hacky sack game is a blast.
Yeah. Fucking
Take down
bop it
those
with your
birds.
head. Yeah, take down the seagulls.
And the BMX mode is freaking sweet too.
Dude, that game is brutal against women. I'm gonna call it because the rollerblading.
Oh,
She
shoot,
hits
yeah,
like a little bit of
who-
sand. Fucking
that's who
smashes.
face plants it,
Oh,
yeah.
she face plants it in the fucking cement.
Oh,
man.
man, that's a fun game. That's hard, but yeah, that's a fun one.
Dude.
So yeah, Two Extreme kicks ass, and also I'm gonna throw a little honorable mention for California Games, brah. Wow.
Can't you die? You can die in that game. Like
Probably.
if you fuck up surfing, you literally have like, I think if you fuck up skateboarding, you literally have like a funeral. It's like an extreme funeral.
Extreme funeral.
Extreme
It's like
funeral.
Mountain Dew next to the headstone.
You've got like your dad there in a suit and tie, and then all your skater dudes all decked out in punk gear. It's an extreme burial.
Fuck yeah.
California Games, the gem of the week with Too Extreme. That's a good one.
Memory time.
Memory time. Let's catch up on. We'll catch up on chat here real quick. Noah, interested in the Star Wars pinball games? Have it on my PS4. Are you still hosting the tournament? And is it accessible on the PS4? It's not cross-play. Maybe Pinball FX4 when that comes out will be. But just Noah, if you want to play, just get the score and send us a picture of it. And if you win, we'll talk about you on the podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyone that wins gets a shout out on the podcast. Hey, Mark, can I get a shout out on the podcast?
Well, Matt is good at Galaga, and he's a nice guy.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Matt, I quit playing demo discs when one PlayStation magazine sent out that reformatted. When one
I remember that.
PlayStation magazine sent out that reformatted.
I remember that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was what was the game? Capcom game.
Oh man, that's a bummer. So you're automatically gonna play
It was he was in fucking Marvel vs. Capcom.
Like Darkstalkers or something.
No, the little guy with like little superhero looking guy.
I know exactly what you're talking.
You
about.
do?
Mega Man.
No.
I have no idea.
God.
Oh, Beautiful Joe.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah man, I would have. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I would have totally played that. That's
Beautiful Joe. I remember it
Mega Man.
because I had the demo disc and I hadn't played it yet, and then I read the EGM and it was like, "Don't play this shit."
Don't play this
And I
fucking
was like,
game.
"Oh God!" And I threw it across the room like, "Never."
All right, Mark. Well, let's get into. You know what? You're dealing with PlayStation this week. Let's
That's
get
fine.
into the memory. It was nice to get a little break from it.
That's fine. It's nice. I like it.
It is amazing. So this week we're gonna talk about growing up and dealing with asshole kids or asshole people and playing games with them. So Mark, you're a lot older than me,
Thanks.
and yet you can still remember this stuff way better than me.
Yeah.
So that speaks on my attention span. So tell me about your
'Cause
childhood.
your asshole kids growing up would probably just be like me because you're still growing up.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I still have asshole people I play games with that I see weekly,
That's right.
and we'll talk about them.
So let's see. I got a fucking whole truckload of people here. Eric Zaleski, fuck you, dude. When Sega Genesis,
fucking hit list.
when Sega Genesis came out, we were always playing NES and stuff. And when Sonic came out, I went over to your house, and you were like, "This is Genesis. You can't handle this.
Oh my
This is way more advanced than what you can play."
Key blast process.
Ian Prokes, fuck you, dude.
I love that you have their names. in there.
I just thought of this one too. This wasn't even on my list. When Super Mario 64 came out, you were like, "You can't play this. This is way more advanced than what you can play." I don't know what these fucking kids is judging me.
Everyone that's doubted Mark in his life and is just on his shit list.
Jason Thompson, one of my, he was older than me. He was one of my dad's employees at the time. Fuck you, dude. He was selling me an Intellivision and an Atari, and I was like 12, 13, 14 then, and he sold me all of this shit. It was an Intellivision, Atari 2600, and a fuckload of games, and I was all excited for it. Couldn't get any of that stuff. Oh shit, Jared showed up. That's funny. So yeah, I couldn't get any of these games to work. I couldn't get any of this stuff. add all the work.
And oh my god.
And I couldn't get any of this stuff to work. So when I was like, hey, Dad, I can't get this. And my dad's like, well, fuck that. Don't buy it from him if it doesn't work. And I'm like, well, I already gave him the money for it. So, and he's like, fuck that shit. You're not going to, if this isn't working, get your money back. So he made his employee come pick up his shit and give his money back. And he gave me this big old fucking spiel. And I had my 64 there. And he goes, yeah, this stuff works fine. You know, like, look at the way you take care of shit. I mean, he's like, this Nintendo 64 here, the way you have all your stuff, this shit, guarantee this probably won't work in like 5 to 10 years because you don't take care of your shit. And I don't know why he lectured me about that because I wasn't.
It wasn't his shit that the shit that didn't work?
Yeah, and by the way, so fuck you, Jason Thompson. My 64 still works to this day.
It's been 20 years.
Let's see. Jared Fossil on the list. Fuck you, dude. Who's also here on the live stream. Jared Fossil wouldn't share his Game Boy with me on the bus when we were kids. He always had the coolest games. He always had the coolest toys and the Game Boys and the Tetris and all this. I didn't have a Game Boy back then. I just wanted to try it once, Jared. Wouldn't share. So fuck you, Jared.
I love that. Before it threw Mark off, he's like, no, you can't play my Game Boy on the bus.
Yeah, because I've told him about this.
Thank you, Jared.
So that's so great. He showed up and dropped a comment before he even got to his name on the list. And then last one I have here is Clevman.
Yeah, fucking Clevman.
I left Clevman for last.
Hope you're listening, motherfucker.
Clevman, fuck you, dude. Clevman has anger problems when he plays games, and it makes me uncomfortable when I start beating him something because I feel like he's gonna throw something or break something, and I get scared.
Dude, so I will occasionally take it easy on Jason in a game. Not right away, but if I start winning by a large margin, dude, he's that one kid that makes you hate fighting games when you grow up because they're like way better than you at them. So what they do is they just beat the fuck out of you, just mercilessly beat the shit out of you in any fighting game. You get like maybe 2 hits on them. They're like, you just got to play the game, dude. If you just play the game a little bit more, you'll understand how to play and then you'll beat me. Well, motherfucker, if you wouldn't just combo me into a fucking oblivion, maybe you're right. But when I can't even fucking pull a move off, fuck you. So fuck you, Jason. That's why I don't take it easy on Smash anymore. I make you fucking eat my dick.
Yeah. We were playing Magic the Gathering, and now we're playing. It was a like the hotel room. There's like three of us. We're all versing each other, and like Jason would get super pissed when I would think about attacking him, and he'd be like, "Why the fuck are you attacking me? Don't fucking attack me!" And I was like, "Okay, I guess I'll attack Matt because he's not so mad right now."
Fuck Matt.
And then Jason ended up winning. He's like, "That was my whole plan the whole time." Not
gimmick.
cool, Jason.
It's his gimmick.
Clev man, you made the list.
Made the fucking list.
So that's my list.
Man, asshole kids. So when we would go on school trips, I don't know why I can't think of the field trips. Everyone at the time had like a DS Lite. It was a real good time, and PictoChat back in the day was amazing. Like, it's an amazing thing to think about that you could have no Wi-Fi on a bus in BFE, and you could talk with everyone and play games on just a DS with them.
Yeah.
Until people just started just fucking cyberbullying to the fucking extreme on PictoChat.
I remember when I worked at Target, and they took that down, and I had to, when I was selling 3DS, I had to let people know that PictoChat wasn't available anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
They took it down for that?
Yeah, the Nintendo rep had to let people know that they could no longer have PictoChat.
It was so bad. Like, it would start out, the bus ride would start out, people would be drawing in there, making cool designs, and then it'd be like just random people, because you could change your name on them, so it didn't fucking matter what your name was. People would be like, yeah, Matt Mays a fucking loser or some shit like that. It wasn't ever really directed. Well,
it's all right, man.
I caught my shit here and there. I don't fucking care. But it was just horrible. And then it would get to the point where, like, the fucking school principal or teacher. No, did we lose? Okay, we didn't lose audio. Where the teacher would come in and like take all the damn DSs. So what I would end up doing is I would pack my DS Lite and then I'd pack my Game Boy Advanced. So when it was getting to the shit part where people were just being shitheads, I'd fucking throw that DS in my bag and pull out the Game Boy and start playing it like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I got my Game Boy.
I can't even chat on this thing. This thing's ancient. I don't know what you're talking about. So there was that. When I was in high school, I was still playing my Game Boy Advanced. I got rid of the DS because the DS was fucking cool. But I liked playing the Game Boy Advance games a lot more.
SP is awesome.
SP was my favorite and
Probably
still is.
best handheld ever.
Yeah, it's still my favorite handheld.
Yeah.
So I would play that in high school. I'd pick up, I had like Donkey Kong Country, Pokemon Sapphire, even though I never played Pokemon games, according to someone.
He does.
I just have a bunch of different games, and I would play them, during like homeroom or whatever when there was not shit to do. And I would catch shit from people, like all the time. Like, look at this fucking guy.
Fucking nerd.
Fucking nerd. When I was in middle school and didn't have a phone, be playing my game, they're like, not playing Clash of Clans, bro.
Man,
Playing fucking Pokemon.
there's definitely a decade of difference there.
Yeah, I know. All the rich kids at Garber had all their cell phones back in 6th grade, and I'd just be playing on my fucking Game Boy SP, baby.
I got a cell phone when I was in senior year of high school, and it was a big old Nextel brick, baby. You could throw that thing off a mountain and it'd still work.
I had a Razor forever. Nice little Motorola Razor.
Yeah.
Until like junior year when I got a smartphone. It was and Kyle can agree with me. He felt that. He didn't get a smartphone until after high school. Damn. Kyle, you're my fucking age. What happened? But yeah, I caught shit from that, and I was thinking about it.
I like how you're just like, yeah, I got bullied for not having a phone while I was in high school, and then he's like, I didn't have a phone until after high school. I was like, yeah, what the fuck's wrong with you?
I did not say that. That's just it's crazy that some people my age didn't get a phone until after high school, but I had to pay for mine. Kyle's probably the same way. Like, I don't know if did you have to pay for your cell phone in high school? No. See, that was the thing with Garber's. Like, everybody'd get, brand new pair of Beats and shit. And, sorry, I caught it in the mic. They get a brand new pair of Beats every fucking week. They get the fucking iPhone 7, the iPhone 5. Like, it was just bad with it. But, last thing I wanted to talk about, customers in general. Like, sometimes you start talking about a game with a customer, like, I've been playing NHL. I wouldn't play a sports game if it was the last thing on planet Earth that I had to play.
This is great that you brought this up.
Because customers are crazy.
This is what we have to deal with now as grown-ups.
Crazy toxic. Because I don't care. Like, if someone wants to come in and be like, yeah, I've been playing Fortnite. I'm getting a new controller because mine's got some drift. I'm not going to shit on them for playing Fortnite.
Could you imagine that? I think some people do. Some at other game stores, which is awful.
It's
Could
just
you
crazy.
imagine that? Fortnite, fucking loser. Why do you even shop here?
Yeah, just being a
Get the
complete.
fuck out of the store.
But then I'll catch like customers doing it with other customers sometimes. They're talking about like, oh yeah, I've been playing the new Call of Duty. Oh god, I haven't played Call of Duty in fucking 37 years. They haven't made a good one since fucking PS2. It's like, shut the fuck up, man.
It's crazy you say that because like one customer was talking to Jonathan over by the repair area, and they were talking about Fallout 76. And then the customers I was ringing up, right, like over by the register, were like listening to their conversation, and they were like, those guys talking about Fallout 76. That game fucking sucks. Why on earth would they waste their time with that shit? And I'm like, I don't know, man. They added some more stuff to it. I mean, like, just I was like, man, quit being a bitch.
Like, talk shit about it with your friends, or if you have a podcast.
Yeah,
don't
if
have
you
to
have a
ruin-
podcast, just every Monday night at 10 p.m., just get on and
And
talk shit about everyone from your childhood on.
Yeah, exactly. Talk shit about all the games coming out and how much fucking Fortnite blows dick.
Right? And
Whatever
people
you want
not
to do.
sharing Game Boys on the bus.
Yeah, fuck you, Jared. Sorry, man.
I love you,
didn't know
Jared.
I love that you came to listen to just that part.
But
though.
yeah,
It's
no,
amazing.
it is crazy. Man, I had a tough time with it too the other day because I'm an Xbox guy, and I take a lot of abuse from you Sony fucks.
I've been
And-
better about it lately.
And this one guy was just going, "Well, man, I'm glad they're finally announcing some games. Xbox One, that whole thing was trash. why on earth would anyone buy an Xbox One when Sony has all this stuff? And I'm just sitting there like, is this an inside job? It's like Matt or
Did
Jason
Matt
put him
send
up
him?
to this, or and I'm just like, oh yeah, well, I mean they got some other stuff, and he just kept going, man. He was just like more and more like it's just so they suck so much, and I'm like, I started making my blood boil a little bit, and I just wanted to be like,
Listen, motherfucker.
but I just like I'm like okay,
You kept it.
I kept it cool.
I had someone do that with PlayStation 4. They were like Xbox fanboy that you must have sent over.
Yeah.
And they were making the dumbest arguments of all time. They're like, yeah, man, Sony doesn't have like any games to play. It's like, dude, what the fuck? What are you talking about? And it was getting to the point where I had to say, like, it was just more abuse than I was willing to take. So I went out to the floor and I was like, that game's amazing. That game's amazing. That game's amazing. That game's amazing. And these are all on PlayStation, man. Like, fuck you.
You did it.
I did it. Sometimes you got to.
I just looked at the screen and went, uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Your total will be 1747.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Well, Mark, I think that about wraps up the show. We do
Busted, broken, tough show.
have a little bit of an after show planned. We're not going to be able to play all night because I got to edit 14,000 things from this show, which I usually don't have to do.
Internet took a shit. Freaking mics just decided to fuck up. Video froze. All hell broke loose on this one.
At least the internet took a shit in the beginning and not at the
Right.
end.
And so I appreciate all you people watching and sticking around through
Yeah.
all that. So
Thank you guys, and thank you for all the traction on Twitch. We've been trying to get more people on there, and we have gotten a lot more people to show from there. So I appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for
What's-
everyone.
what's on the agenda for tonight?
So on the agenda,
Blitz.
we're gonna play some Blitz, of course. Mark's beaten me too many times, and I'm just getting fucking tired of it. We're gonna play the other one. We're gonna play Blitz 2001.
Whatever.
I gotta step it up.
Okay.
But
let's end the show.
we'll probably play a couple more 64 games, and then next week we'll have some different stuff planned for it. But yeah, for anyone still listening to just the audio of this, Monday nights at 10 we do a live show. You can come in, chat with us, and do all the fun stuff. And then we've been doing after shows after every show, just playing some different games. So if you guys have any recommendations for what you want us to play, if I can play it, I will try. But yeah, I think that about wraps up the show. So thank you for tuning in to the Matty Ice and Marky Mark podcast. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Okay. Anyone watching right now, give us about 5 minutes. We'll have another stream that pops up with the game. So don't go anywhere. Just click out of this one and then click